What's going on, everyone? I know Luka's played 2 games with the Lakers, but it's still crazy that's really that he's really a Laker. Look, he just got back from injury, missing 6 weeks. He's on a brand new team. Has he looked the best version of himself? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. He hasn't been. He's been good. You've seen everything that you want to see. You see the playmaking ability, the scoring ability, the dribble penetration, right? His ability to create his own shot, get his shot off, right? Like, once he starts getting into a rhythm and a flow here, watch out. Lakers are going to be terrifying between him and LeBron James and LeBron's resurgence. And then, also having Luka just being able to handle and carry most of the workload. I'm really excited and looking forward to the second half of the season. I do think that this little all-star break is going to be very good for Luka, as well as, LeBron and everyone else. I know LeBron's in the all-star game and stuff, but, it's not what it used to be, right? He's going to mostly just be out there kind of coasting. But I do think that this is good for Luka. Luka even talked about how, this is good for him just to kind of get a mental break, right? He's probably still hurt about the situation. So for him to kind of be able to just decompress a little bit, prepare, get ready for the second half of the season, kind of rest his calf, get his body right. He's on minute restrictions, so hopefully they can start ramping him up in the second half of the season. And then he's healthy and ready to go, and we're ready to go for the playoffs. That's the idea, right? You trust LeBron and Luka in the playoffs to get this done and try to go win us an NBA championship. But one, the fact that LeBron and Luka are on the same team it sounds made up, right? Like, and look, I talk about this all the time. And this is why, like when I do all the trade videos and stuff, like during the off season and during trade season and stuff. And, people are like, this guy or that. And I always say, like, you never know who's going to be, right? Like, if I told you 10 years ago that LeBron was going to be a Laker, people would laugh at me. People would tell me I'm delusional, you're crazy, LeBron's never going to be in purple and gold. This is what's wrong with Laker fans and blah, 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 blah. And guess what? He's a Laker. Then if I told you him and Anthony Davis were going to team up, people would be ready to cancel me off the internet, calling me, all kinds of names, right? It's the internet. You can imagine the type of stuff that I'd probably get. And guess what? LeBron and Anthony Davis were on the same team and they won a championship together in the purple and gold. And then if I told you Luka and LeBron were going to be on the same team, people would be ready to, they'd be grabbing their pitchforks and stuff and coming for me, right? And guess what? Luka and LeBron are on the same team. And it's a beautiful thing. And I love to see it. But Luka is going to do wonders for LeBron. You already see just the rejuvenation of LeBron James. Like, he looks like he's 25 again, right? Like, from the moment that we got the news that Luka was going to be a Laker, LeBron's just been on a tear since then. Obviously, that last Utah game, but I really do chalk that up as just like it was the game right before a long break. Lakers took the night off and went into the break early. It's basically what that was. So I think it's good. Everyone's going to get rest. But LeBron might, there's always been talk about like how much longer is LeBron going to play, right? And after this season, I figured, 1, maybe 2 more years, if that. Right? I don't think that this is his final season just because I think he'll want that farewell tour. I think you'll know going into this season. I think he'll tell you like, hey, this is my last season type thing. But I thought probably, 1, maybe 2 more years. Now, I don't know. Right? Now that you have Luka, I wouldn't be shocked if LeBron plays another 3 or 4 years. Seriously, like Luka's going to extend LeBron's career a long way. And if LeBron really is willing to take a discount, and if he's willing to take a significant discount, then the Lakers could really put together a title contender next season. Whether they win the championship or not this year, they could really put together another title team. So even if the Lakers do fall short this year, right? Like, they very likely will be back next year, probably better than ever, and ready to compete and try to win an NBA championship. And if they win, I don't think LeBron's going anywhere, right? Like, if LeBron gets number 5, in my opinion, he's probably going to do everything in his power to win number 6, because now he's tied with Jordan, right? And that would be the big conversation, right? So And he knows. He's big on like legacy and being the GOAT and all that stuff. So I really do think that if the Lakers are in position to win, and then if they keep winning, I mean, if they end up being like, a play-in team or something, I could see him being like, let's say next year or the year after or whatever. I could see him being like, all right, let me get out of here. And I do think there will be a point where he's like, all right, it's time to hand it up, pass the keys to Luka. But I wouldn't be shocked if he plays till he's 43, 44 because Luka's here. All right? Luka's going to take so much pressure off of LeBron. If he was still playing with Anthony Davis, and look, I love Anthony Davis, but there were genuine questions about him being the number one option and being the guy. And I think LeBron, if he still had Anthony Davis, was probably going to retire in a year or two. I think he was going to pass the keys to AD and just move on. Now with Luka, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up riding it out for, again, another 3-4 years. And, they might win 2 championships in that time. And, it really comes out. And I also think LeBron's really excited and embracing the mentor role. So I really think that he's going to want to spend at least 2 years or so really kind of building up Luka. I really do. I think because he sees the potential. He knows the potential that's there with Luka. I think LeBron just grabs Luka and just puts him under his wing all offseason. I think Luka gets on like dietary plans and all kinds. I think LeBron is going to push and put all his resources and everything into Luka to make Luka, to basically show like, hey, do you really want to shut everyone up? Right? Remember all that stuff that Dallas was talking about you? Let's go. Right? And I do. I think you're going to see a completely different Luka next season. I think you're going to see a completely reformed, just changed Luka in so many ways. And I think a lot of that is going to be because of LeBron James. And I really do think Luka, in a lot of ways, saved LeBron. Not in the sense that people are going to make that out to be like, oh, yeah. No, I don't mean in the sense of like winning championships. I'm talking about just like, again, Anthony Davis, love AD, but LeBron on most nights had to be the guy still, right? He doesn't have to be that with Luka. I think Luka came in and basically saved LeBron and saved his freshness to continue to compete, get through the 82-game season, get into the playoffs, and become a real contender, right? Like, I don't think that there's very many teams that are better. Like, I like the Lakers' chances now, even without the center. Obviously, we still could use the center, but I like the Lakers' chances now more than ever before, right? Like, I think this version of the Lakers is better than the previous with Anthony Davis. Now, obviously, if we didn't trade for Luka, what would it have looked like with AD, right? Maybe the Lakers make some other trades that maybe make us a contender, and maybe I like it better. But I think if assuming nothing changed and that team was the same just with Dorian Finney-Smith, I think this team is a better version because I think Luka's he's just better. And I think now LeBron has that clear-cut number one option where he can kind of take a step back. He can kind of let Luka handle the reins, right? Like even LeBron said, Luka and Reeves, they're the two guys. They're going to have the ball in their hands, and I'll work in with them. And I think that's going to be what happens. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Kind of mixed in the middle. However you feel, whatever your thoughts are. Either way, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.